Welcome to the Golden One Center in Sacramento. Day 2 of the CIF State Basketball Championships. Boys Division 4, Fresno Christian and Priory. Hi, everybody. We welcome you inside the building. She is Allie Clifton. I'm Cooper Perkins. Nikki K will join us shortly. Allie, these two teams are on a roll. Fresno Christian, 16 wins straight entering play. Priory, in their own way, 8 wins in a row. I mean, you look at the two of them, it's been impressive. Let's start with Fresno Christian. They have a few key pieces, but Aiden Milwee has been kind of their engine offensively. League most outstanding player, and he really stands out for this group.
You watch him, you understand why. He's their league's leading scorer, team's leading scorer, most outstanding player in the league. As you just mentioned, he's very dynamic with the basketball and impactful. His ability to handle the defensive pressures that he has seen throughout the season has prepared him for this stage, and keeping the rock moving while capitalizing where he can will be key.
For Priory, they tend to have a pretty big size advantage on most teams that they play at this level, and a big reason why they got twin towers. One of them is Teddy Xanthopoulos. He's 6'6". He's an animal on the boards, and he can score.
He certainly has a bright future ahead of him, and adding a state championship is just another motivating chip in his young career. Teddy's one of the best post players in the Bay Area, and he impacts not just the scoring column, but also on the glass. He's relentless, adding 8 rebounds a game, using his size, to your point, Cooper, will be to his advantage as well as for the Panthers.
The other big guy next to Xanthopoulos is Mate Palatai, 6'8" junior. Also a key piece for Fresno Christian in their starting lineup. Noah Colton alongside Milwee. Well, the head coach of Fresno Christian is an awfully familiar name to some folks in basketball circles. Nikki K has more on John Penberthy.
That's right, guys. Well, the last name Penberthy might sound a little familiar to diehard basketball fans. Fresno Christian's John Penberthy is the younger brother of Mike Penberthy, who is a former Los Angeles Laker. Now, Mike had a cup of coffee in the NBA, but his 1 year with the Purple and Gold resulted in an NBA championship in 2001. And John, who is 9 years younger, grew up rebounding for his big bro. He was in high school going to watch Mike play alongside Shaq and Kobe in Staples Center. He said it put a lot of pressure on him, but it also made him want to work harder. It's that sort of balance he understands in coaching these players, with the chance to win Fresno Christian's first ever state championship, not just in basketball, guys, but in any sport.
Can you think of a cooler flex as a high school senior than telling all your boys, hey, let's go watch my brother play with Kobe and Shaq? That would be so cool. Well, he is the head coach, the 11th year, as Nikki said. His counterpart is David Mosley, 17 years in charge at Priory. His Panthers are 25-6. They've won 8 games in a row. And to give you some context, if you've been watching the games this weekend, they're in the same league as Kings Academy. We saw them yesterday in the boys Division III final against San Gabriel Academy. Well, this Priory team gave them one of just 4 regular season losses this year. So this team can play, and they can play with big guys, as we've seen. So Fresno Christian, the Eagles 30-6, Priory Panthers, both of them in their first ever state championship games. Priory will wear the white and Fresno Christian will wear the black. You know, interesting matchup between these two. We've seen this kind of dynamic play out already this weekend, Allie. One team's guard heavy and quick, the other team big guy heavy down low. Makes for an interesting strength versus weakness. One has to give.
I was just going to say that, actually, Cooper. You and I really are on the same page today, and I'm not mad about it, but something has to give. And I'm also very intrigued and interested to see coaching styles, who likes to stick with what has got them to this point, and who likes to kind of chase the matchup and what's unfolding in front of them.
We're on the same page because I stole your notes when you went to the bathroom. Gaston Eggers jumps it off against Mate Palatai. And Fresno Christian in the black will have the first possession. Jeremiah Mason handles the basketball. He is their floor leader and primary playmaker. Gaines gives it off to Colton. Noah Colton from the point. Pure first stroke from Colton.
Great start there with that pull-up jumper mid-range.
Priory trying to get it down low into Palatai. Draws the foul up at the elbow.
Palatai, that 6'8" length. See the release of his shot, as high as that was.
Priory, a tremendous turnaround. Last year they were 10-14 and missed the playoffs entirely. Not just talking about the state tournament. They didn't make their own sectionals. This year in Division 4, they're playing for the first ever state championship in program history. Perfect trip for Palatai. Quick tempo as Fresno Christian. Racing into the paint. Mason dribbles his way into trouble, and it's taken away by Balish Nikos. Handful of international players for Priory. Saw that similarly yesterday with San Gabriel Academy in the D3 level. Nikos driving. Thought he was fouled, but Mason comes out of the scrum, firing ahead to Colton. Drops it off, and a finger roll for Devin Gaines.
How you run the floor.
Nikos will signal in the play. Jai Jarodic gets his first touch of the game. Fills it in to Palatai. Backing down on a volleyball player, Gaines. Skip pass out for Eggers. Runs into trouble. Locates Palatai off the window. 4 early points for Mate Palatai. Trevor Engelman heads to the bench gingerly on his knee.
Right there, just running the floor. You'll take any easy opportunities you can get, especially on a stage like this.
Well, Engelman is replaced by Tyson Ramirez, 6'6" forward for Fresno Christian. Rodek giving some pressure to Mason, who deftly dribbles it across half court. Colton from just inside the stripe, off front iron. Battling for the rebound down low and fresh into the game. Ramirez draws the foul.
And those second chance opportunities. 6'6" junior able to capitalize there.
Tyson Ramirez, a 3-sport standout. Something every season. Football, basketball, volleyball. And they bring him in, it gives them their biggest lineup along with Devin Gaines. His first free throw is good. Noah Gallen comes into the game for the first time, replacing Teddy Zempopoulos for Priory. Perfect trip for Tyson Ramirez. Rodek on the perimeter. Palatai, all 4 points early for Priory. Nikos. Palatai, that 6'8" frame is going to have the advantage on the boards all day.
Absolutely. Clearly has the advantage. Has been unstoppable here to start the first quarter for the Panthers.
All 6 for Priory have come from Palatai. Ramirez hands it off. Driving Milwee. His runner off the heel. Nikos forcing it ahead as it's picked off by Colton, who carries it out of bounds with it.
You certainly see the Panthers want to get out and run in the early transition.
Panthers haven't lost since February 13th against Sacred Heart Prep. That was a 5-point heartbreaker. Their offense struggled to get going. Palatai tries to kick it out to Nikos. Has to run to collect it. Xanthopoulos to rejoin the Panthers at the next whistle. Drive from Eggers, high off the window, collected by Ramirez, winning the rebound battle with Palatai. Mason hesitates in the paint, picks it up for Gardner. For Gaines, I should say. Second chance opportunity. Milwee whips it to Gaines. Corner triple. Over the back is going to be called on Jarodic.
Aiden Milwee, just 6'1", but great box out and positioning there.
You don't average 7 rebounds a game at 6'1" without good technique.
Facts. Boxing out was not a strong suit of mine. So when I see it and it looks good, you got to compliment it.
You can either resent or admire the things that you are poor at, so I commend you for admiring it. Oh, Colton with the free throw line.
A lot of that is simply because, and players will tell you, it's the discipline to do the little things.
Colton, three-time All-League pick for the Eagles. Averaged 13 and change this year. He's got 4 early after 2 perfect free throws. Coming up on the halfway point in the opening quarter. Priory 2 out of their first 5 from the floor. Girodet from distance.
Jai with that nice looking stroke.
Milwee dribbles into traffic. It's taken away by Nikos. Flying along the baseline, Xanthopoulos, the rebound. Threw it off an Eagles player as Ramirez. You can't tuck and roll with the basketball as cool as it looks. It is a travel by rule.
I was going to say that kind of effort, though, is something that'll make a coach happy.
Jai Girodet with the distance. He's only 5'8", but he can stretch it out to 30 feet. Fresno Christian and Priory tight early in the first. Priory with a 1-point lead in the first quarter. Teams pretty even, feeling each other out. The one surprise right now, Allie, is Fresno Christian. It may be early, but a 6-2 advantage on the glass, despite giving quite a bit of size to Priory.
And I think anytime you have an opportunity to just battle and leave your imprint early, kind of set that tone. The place where they've been able to kind of separate themselves here earlier, as you just mentioned.
Nikos handling the ball. Leaner through contact. High off the window, rebounded by Engelman, who's back into the game. Spinning to the basket, dropping it off, and unable to finish Engelman. Last touch by Engelman. Priory will have it as Casson Eggers comes back into the game.
Engelman is someone to keep an eye on. It seems like he is really feeling that need.
Xanthopoulos attacking off the bounce. Jump stop in the lane. Stop touch, but a rebound by Milwee. Rips it down and moves it ahead to Colton. Through traffic, Colton rattles it in.
It's a strong move right there inside the paint. Kind of get that contact on the way up. Be able to finish.
Heat check for Girodet after he hit his first. Mason dribbles into trouble. Engelman fighting for it on the floor. Swatted away by Eggers and a turnover. Up ahead to Gallen. Good job getting back by Gaines to affect the shot.
Certainly. Those aren't just gimmies every single time. That's why you play both sides of the floor.
The scouting report also has to tell you, be careful when Zero's chasing you down. He's pretty used to swatting balls out of the gym as a volleyball player. Gaines to the baseline. Low block, backs in on Xanthopoulos. High off the window, soft touch from Devin Gaines.
Nice lefty there.
Balatai scored the first 6 for Priory. Stops on a dime and a little bit too well because he traveled with it.
You see just the patience here by Devin to get around and finish there with the left. You can tell, to your point of having that advantage on the boards here early, that that's been an emphasis in just their activity, certainly making a difference.
Runner for Mason. saved on the boundary by Engelman, and a fresh 35 seconds for Fresno Christian. 11-3, the rebounding battle. Lunging to the cup, Noah Colton. 5 points, the largest lead for Fresno Christian. Xanthopoulos off the catch in the paint. Too strong at 6'6".
That right there, anytime you're able to feed it inside to your bigs, or at least get it inside and allow them to get that touch.
Colton tees a triple. Right into the hands of Engelman. No reset of the shot clock, though, but plenty of time remaining. Ramirez hands it off to Hurdle. Chance Hurdle off the heel. Nikos wheels it ahead to Xanthopoulos. Left hand off the glass.
Did he just make that harder than it needed to be?
He made it cooler than it needed to be, for sure. Style points for Teddy Xanthopoulos.
As they'll tell you, it doesn't matter as long as it goes through.
35 seconds left in the first. Colton breaking down on the dribble. Step back. Triple off the iron. Shot clock is off for Priory. Shot the 5-point deficit down to 1. Wasting no time. Eggers is swatted, and here come the Eagles. Engelman scoops it in.
Great finish. What an up-tempo style.
Priory tried to get a 2-for-1 where they didn't need it. Now with the final possession, Nikos deflected into the hands of Kim. Out to Xanthopoulos, 1 second. Doesn't go, and after the first quarter, the Fresno Christian Eagles, winners of 16 in a row, open up a 5-point lead and are up by 3 after 8 minutes. Noah Colton getting the job from mid-range. Mate Palatai, big early. It's the Eagles up on the Panthers by 3. Start of the second at the boys Division IV state championship. Fresno Christian, 3-point lead on Priory. Take a look at the Eagles. Head coach John Penberthy, just 225 kids in total in the school. Definitely on the smaller side for Division IV as they try and win their first state championship in any sport in school history. Priory on the other side, much larger, 1,100 more students than Fresno Christian. They come out of the West Bay League where they went 7-3, finishing second at Kings Academy.
Eagles doing such a great job of controlling the boards. +7 after 1, including 5 offensive rebounds.
Mason weaving through traffic in a tough finish. Kim drops it off. Eggers gives it back to Kim. Corner 3. Fresno Christian is working on the boards right now. Millweave still looking to get going. Empty trip for Fresno Christian. Nikos skips it over to Eggers. Kim gives it right back to him. He tries a wing 3. Not going right now for Priory. But the putback on the finger roll from Balashnikov.
You hear voices from the coaching staff on the Panthers side encouraging getting on the glass right there, able to take advantage.
Gaines gliding to the cup and a foul. They get Kim for the block in the restricted area, so Gaines is heading to the free throw line.
Here the Eagles pushing the pace, being crafty with the basketball. Gets to the rack. Then the offensive rebounds here. No one put a body on him, able to capitalize. Another volleyball player in the mix there for Devin Gaines. You see that athleticism, leaping ability, rise above the defender.
Gaines converts the 3-point play. He's got 7 to lead all scorers. Palatai to check in at the next whistle for Priory. Nikos. One-hand pass too high. Off Eggers and out of bounds.
So one thing I was looking at after the first quarter that's really kept the Panthers in this one, despite the rebound disparity after one, was their ability to take care of the basketball in that first quarter, just one turnover.
Girodet picks his pocket and takes it himself. Gaines calls his own number again. The follow-up. Tyson Ramirez. The offensive boards are all Fresno Christian right now. Xanthopoulos. Another rebound for Ramirez, but it pops to Xanthopoulos, who says thank you very much.
Right spot, right time there.
Now Milwee trying to attack in transition, has it poked away. Last touch by Nikos.
A lot of defensive attention being placed on Aiden right now. Here, quick hands. Panthers get the steal. Get those easy buckets. And then just following up. Second chance opportunity there for the Eagles yet again.
Gaines, double team comes from Girodet, and it's touched by Gaines. It'll be Panthers basketball. Priory will have it, representing the NorCal region. Fresno Christian out of the SoCal bracket beat Granada Hills Charter in a one-point thriller on Tuesday to get here. Final three regional playoff games, all decided by less than 5. They've been great in close games this year. 5-1 in games decided by 5 or less. Good ball movement into the corner. Gallon driving, trying to find Palatai. Locates the Lucy. Palatai up and under 8 points for him.
That all there, a result of the ball fake.
Now Priory going to a little bit of a press look. Mason splits it. Deflected by Nikos. It stays with the Eagles.
Monte Palatai right here, just big fundamental down low. The ball fake, the up and under, patience to finish.
Milwee 0 for 3 to start after misfiring from mid-range. Eggers, count it, plus a foul.
A strong finish there by Eggers. You're always taught if you're going to foul someone in the act of shooting, make sure you do everything you can. Force them to miss that shot. Instead of Eggers with a strong finish at the buzzer.
Rocking the sprout look, too. You know, all the talk about the broccoli haircut, I think the sprout is next in line.
I'm sorry, that's a thing?
Oh, yeah.
The broccoli haircut?
You got to get on TikTok.
Oh, my.
This is as Gen Alpha as it gets, the broccoli.
I was about to say, we're definitely showing our ages here. And you are definitely younger than me.
Probably not as much younger as you think.
The broccoli haircut?
Yeah. Xanthopoulos back into the game. 8-2 Priory run. The Panthers have hit 5 out of their last 6 from the floor. Fresno Christian has watched a 6-point lead evaporate.
I don't even like broccoli. Why would I Google that? Why would I even want to rock that haircut?
It's subversive and controversial.
Clearly.
Colton just inside the free throw line. Girodet, all 5'8" of him, elevates for the rebound. Eggers controls, nearing the halfway point in the second. Xanthopoulos backing in on Gaines. The double team comes. Tough shot doesn't go for Teddy Xanthopoulos. Mason, strip going up. Priory on an 8-2 run. Girodet passes up the 3 and works it back to Gallant. Now into Xanthopoulos. Corner. Nikos burns it.
And he feels it himself as well.
The ball movement and patience, especially from Xanthopoulos, opened that up beautifully.
Absolutely. I think that's an underrated skill set, as well as a post player. It's why he's one of the best post players, young post players in the Bay Area. You see the kick out here. Nikos making it count.
Mid-second of the boys D4 final. Priory on an 11-2 run. Let's check in with Nikki Kay.
Well, Priory's huddle very animated. Coach Mosley saying to his players as they went to break there, we're not tired, really emphasizing turning defense into offense here, guys. So expect them to push the pace as they close out the half.
Priory shooting the lights out. They've hit 6 out of the last 7 from the floor on an 11-2 run. Fresno Christian built a 6-point lead, but it's evaporated. Gaines has to come back to get it. Hands off to Mason. Takes on the double as they break the press. Numbers advantage for Fresno Christian. Gaines from distance. Rocks it. Devin Gaines into double figures.
Showing his inside-out threat. Way to step into that 3-ball by Devin Gaines.
That was the first 3-pointer to fall for Fresno Christian. Now Mason attacking up, under, and off the rim with the putback. First points of the day for Aiden Millward.
Again, just 6'1". Not afraid to battle there on the glass.
Immediate timeout served Fresno Christian well. They're pushing the tempo again. Colton driving. Colton to the free throw line. Five 5-0 spurt from Fresno Christian with a chance to build atop it.
I think with a great description of Coach Mosley, just how animated he has been here, working on the sideline.
We got a little bit of a difference between the two head coaches and how they like to operate.
Very different.
You know, one interesting note to keep in the back of our minds here, this is a different format for a high school basketball game than a lot of players are used to, and Fresno Christian just capitalized on. Because of the media break being on television, they had a built-in timeout they didn't have to take that stopped Priory's 11-2 run. Now they score 7 in a row, and all of a sudden, the Eagles back to life, up by 4.
Do you know how much players look for those media timeouts? How much we count on those media timeouts? Half the time, sometimes, in a coach's huddle or a timeout, it's give me your burst of 4 minutes. I'll get you a timeout, or the TV will get it for you.
Eggers spinning around to Xanthopoulos from distance.
You add that consistently to your bag at that size. It's a threat.
Foul whistle against Girode.
Talks so much about his impact inside and on the glass, but the skip pass there, swing, unselfish basketball. Petty finishing the possession with the rebound.
Run stopper for Priory after a 7-0 spurt from Fresno Christian. Immediately followed an 11-2 run for Priory. Back to a 1-point game. Gaines around the back, broken up by Eggers and controlled by Nikos, but swatted away by Colton and into the hands of Mason. Chaotic sequence as Fresno Christian handing to Colton, rolls it in off the bottom of the backboard. Physics disagree, Mr. Colton. Palatai on the kick for Kim. Loose ball. Last touch by Priory.
The Eagles making chaos look beautiful for a couple of possessions here.
Really feels like a chaotic pace and tempo does actually benefit Fresno Christian. Eagles up by 3. They've led by as many as 6. Colton force feeds the pass that's stolen by Nikos. Coast to coast for Balash Nikos.
One-man wrecking crew.
And he takes it away on the other end. Back-to-back steals for Nikos. Eggers puts it in for Priory. And now Palatai off of Fresno Christian. The effort getting back from Priory has switched the momentum in a heartbeat.
What a game. You can feel the momentum from the players all the way to the stand. After completing a coast-to-coast layup, he gets back in transition. And Eggers over here with the finish, but they weren't done from there.
Truly a game of runs so far in this first half of the boys D4 final. 70 seconds until the break. Nikosh attacking. Underneath. Tough finish. Polish Nikosh having a second quarter. Engelman slows it down and lets the league MVP, Aiden Milwee, go to work, defended by Eggers. Gets right by him. Steps up and under. He's fouled and head to the free throw line.
What an inspiring game played by Nikosh right now. A senior who truly is leaving it all out on the floor.
9-point first half for Nikosh. He and Xanthopoulos tied for the team lead for Priory. Pinballs out as Milwee, still just 2 points. He's Fresno Christian's leading scorer, but they've received 12 from Colton and 10 from Gaines. If you told John Penberthy, hey, you're going to be 50 seconds from halftime, your best player is going to have 2 points, you're still in the ballgame. Touched by Palata. So Fresno Christian will have it as Gaines re-enters the game.
To your point of telling that to Coach Penberthy, it's something, it's a testament to playing team basketball. Guys that have an understanding of, in order to be successful, we do it as one unit.
Gaines another three-pointer, perfect. Have a day, Devin Gaines, 13 points, already exceeding his scoring average. Nikosh taking him off the bounce, kicks to Eggers in the corner. Nikosh volleys it in, but stolen by Gaines. Shot clock is off. Engelman gets it to Milwee, but overpasses, and Eggers will attack in transition and draw the foul. Well, if you're casting Eggers and you're going to pass up the opportunity to hold for the final shot, you better draw the foul like that.
And then you better convert at the free throw line.
What a first half of the boys D4 final. Chance Hurdle comes back into the game. Transferred in from Clovis West during the season in late December. Has given him a big boost off the bench. Part of the reason their depth has been good enough to win 16 in a row. Perfect trip for Eggers. Final 10 seconds of the half. Mason, 5 seconds. Attacking, kicks to the corner for Milwee at the buzzer. Saved his best for the final attempt of the half, as Milwee puts Fresno Christian up by 1 at halftime. 6 lead changes, 6 ties, and a perfect ending to the first 16.
It's called KYP, Know Your Personnel. Aiden Milwee there in the corner, just in time, bucket.
Mike Penberthy's Eagles going to the half up 1. Nikki Kay has him on the floor.
All right, Coach, the buzzer beater 3 to give you guys the lead going into halftime. What did you make of the way your team responded to the pace here in the first 2 quarters?
This is our pace. This is what we like. We want the pace up. We've been scoring 70 a game also, so this is nothing new for us. We just said, let's get a paint touch and swing the ball, and they did a good job of it.
Coach Mike Mosley on the opposite sideline saying this is our pace as well, right? You're winning the battle of the boards, though. How is that going to give you an advantage here in the second half?
Hopefully more shots and limit their offensive rebounds. That's just a game of basketball. We get a few extra shots, limit theirs. Hopefully it falls in our way.
All right, and what do you got to do to win this one?
Quit turning the ball over.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
At the half in the boys Division IV championship game, Fresno Christian and Priory putting on a fast-paced up and down show. It's the Eagles, winners of 16 straight, up 38-37. Halftime coverage coming up shortly. Started the third, boys D4 final. Fresno Christian by 1. Nikki Kay just moments ago caught up with David Mosley from Priory.
All right, Coach, I heard you saying to your sideline, this is our pace. What do you make of the first half and the energy back and forth and how you met the momentum?
Really fast-paced, a lot of possessions. That's what we want to do. We want to get a lot of shots off. Really felt they got too many three-pointers there. In that first half, we're going to look to contain that a little bit, but we got to run a little bit more faster pace, trying to get to 70 points, maybe a little higher. We really like that. Gives us a chance to win, and we're looking for the other team to break down.
And what do you need to do to meet them on the rebounding?
We got to box out. Obviously, right, we're not boxing out the guards. The guards are crashing in from the outside, getting a lot of extra possessions. We got to make sure they don't get that, but we can keep the pace fast. Maybe their legs will go a little bit and get more rebounds.
All right, thanks for your time, Coach.
Fresno Christian in the black has the first possession of the second half. Engelman works it over to Mason. Spinning into the lane. Kicks it out to Milwee. Hit a buzzer-beating triple just before halftime and picks up where he left off.
Good sign for him to be on the board early.
Averages over 19 a game, had 5 in the first half. Eggers scooping it off the window and leaves it well short. Gaines controls the loose ball under the basket. Mason racing up the floor and leaves it for Engelman. So adeptly navigating the traffic.
Absolutely, that was just simple basketball, taking advantage there in transition.
Now Colton with a takeaway and drawing a foul against Girota.
This right here, just using your speed and quickness, drawing the defender. Able to capitalize with the easy lay-in.
Seven to nothing run, dating back to the second on a 4-0 spurt to start this third. Girota takes it away. Hangs in the air and might have been well served to kick it to Gallen in the corner. Last touch by Fresno Christian, so Priory will have it. Still 28 seconds to shoot. Both bigs on the floor for Priory. Girota in the corner. Burns his second triple. Colton leaking out. Answers it, plus a foul on Xanthopoulos.
It was a good look and finish. Just as we saw in the first half by Jai with the 3-ball. If you want to give a response, getting out in transition there, getting to the free throw line, that and-one opportunity is how you do it.
Now 3 fouls on Xanthopoulos as he'll have to sit down. His 9 points go to the bench. Colton converts the 3-point play. Excellent start to the third for Fresno Christian. Gallen initiating. Leaves it off for Kim. Into the corner, Nikos, baseline attack, whips it back out. Girota not able to get back-to-back triples. Palatai volleying it to himself for the finish.
That right there is just taking advantage of your size, but keeping the ball up high.
Classic case of little brother can't get it, right?
Yep.
Milwee stings it. Corner 3, Aiden Milwee. Don't look now, but in the last 4 minutes of game time, he's now scored 8 points.
You just hit him with a Jalen Brunson celebration? I think he did.
Kim open for 3. Mason able to find the loose ball under the basket. 6-point Fresno Christian lead, matching their largest of the first half. That'll frustrate their head coach, John Penberthy. Told them they need to cut down the turnovers. That's their second giveaway.
Right here, as you mentioned, not letting the younger brother eat. Keeps the ball high. Then Aiden there in the corner. Yet again.
Quick 20-second delay as Mate Palatai worked on with a little blood on his finger. Palatai 10 points, Xanthopoulos 9 points, as the two bigs have accounted for almost half of Priory's scoring. And now Palatai will have to sit down. Xanthopoulos with 3 fouls has to stay on the bench, so a rare small lineup for Priory. Nikos is the tallest guy on the floor at 6 foot even. Rodet. Eggers fights for the rebound, and he draws the foul. Perhaps inspired by Fresno Christian's hard work on the boards in the first half.
Eggers does a good job of utilizing his body there. He wanted everything about that contract.
Eggers had started 2 for 3 from the line, but leave that one short. Only 2 starters on the floor for Priory right now. Rodet and Nikos as the trip is split by Eggers. 5-point game. Fresno Christian has dictated the tempo out of halftime. Gaines passed up the 3. Did hit 2 of them in the first half. Mason will reset it. Still plenty of time to shoot. Shot clock now ticks under 10 seconds. Colton gives it back to Mason. 5 seconds to shoot. Milwee deep 3. Ripped away by Ramirez, and he can't put it back. Punched out by Gaines as Fresno Christian will win a 3rd opportunity. Palatai leaves the bench, set to check in with the next break. Colton.
Panthers escape a possession there.
Disappointing for Fresno Christian to come out of that extended possession without any points. Both teams with large runs in the first half. Fresno Christian a 7-0 run. Priory 11-2. Nikos hanging in the air. Palatai swats it out. They'll say it was the last touch by Ramirez from Fresno Christian, so Priory retains possession with a fresh shot clock. Joshua Kubota comes into the game for the first time for Fresno Christian, as Noah Colton will get a break.
He's a 4-sport athlete.
How is that possible?
Asking the same thing.
Corner 3 for Noah Gallup. I mean, there's crossover within those seasons. I don't know how you're both playing baseball and golfing. Nikos is 5th steal up ahead to Gallon as Mason recovers to break up the pass and send it out of play. The pace has picked up where it left off in the first half. Fresno Christian and Priory trading buckets. It's a 2-point game halfway through the 3rd quarter of the boys D4 final. Aiden Milwee averages almost 20 a game, but he started 1 for 5 from the floor. Since then, Allie, he's 3 for 3, and if that guy gets hot, the Eagles are going to be happy.
And I think this is what is a great sign of great players, is their ability. We talked about it in the morning games. Your ability to find different ways to impact, to stay on the floor. Not to mention just his presence alone is going to grab the attention of defenses. But then as the game progresses, how can you continue to impact? It's been something he's able to find a little bit more of here in the second half.
Cooper Perkins, Allie Clifton, Nikki K. Whitney from Golden One Center in Sacramento. 2nd of 6 games today. In the early game, the girls' Division IV final. Whitney out of Cerritos in Southern California won their first ever state title. Nico shot the inbound around to Jerdek. Rodet hands it off to Nikos. Priory 16 points off of 14 Fresno Christian turnovers. They're trying to win in 5-on-5 now. Palatai for 3. He gets one. The big guy stretching it out.
That's a great looking shot from outside. And that size to be able to knock that shot down.
13 points on an efficient 5 out of 6 from the floor for Palatai as Priory back in the lead. We had 6 first-half lead changes. The second half is no different story. Milwee, jump ball, and Priory will have possession.
See the Panthers here in their unselfishness with the ball movement all the way around the horn, outside. The recipient of 3 ball.
They need him to be impactful with Xanthopoulos on the bench with 3 fouls. Nico steps into a triple. Nico! Juice bucket for the juice guy. 10-0 scoring run for Priory.
I like that nickname there, the juice bucket. Providing the energy, the momentum plays. Nico's all over it.
That was a stone-cold decision. One dribble, stared down his defender, and let it rip.
Did you know you're in the zone?
12 for Nikos. Now Fresno Christian reeling. It's a 10-0 Priory run. Palatai on the overpass takes it away. Gallon pulls it out, and Nikos will run the point. And to think they've gone on this run without Xanthopoulos, one of their key players. Gallon attacking. All the way to the basket, draws the foul, and goes to the line.
It's not one guy, it's another. It's about every guy that steps on the floor for the Panthers finding a way to leave their mark.
Tyson Ramirez, who's been excellent rebounding off the bench today, comes back in to replace Milwee. Mason will also take a break as Chance Hurdle, who they look to for supplemental scoring, comes in. We'll see if Hurdle can give him a boost after Gallon gets in both, and Priory opens up a 6-point lead. Gallon on the takeaway. Can't get it to foot. Colton dribbles into traffic, and Palatai comes up with it.
And it's the one thing that has hurt the Eagles. If there is one thing, it's the turnovers. 16 of them. Nico's around the world and down. Timeout called by Fresno Christian as Priory has stepped on the gas for a 14-0 run. Again, taking turnovers and capitalizing them. The juice bucket. He's in a zone. Says no one's going to step up and stop me. I got this.
Nikos, the only senior in Priory's starting 5. David Mosley's team expects to return most, if not all, of their talent next year. They'll be well positioned to get back to Sacramento, but you have to think that this game means a little bit more to Nikos, knowing this is the end. One way or another, it all gets left out there today.
I always say it as a competitor, win, lose, or draw. If you give your best effort, you leave it all out on the floor, you can live with the results. And either way, obviously, the cherry on top is that state title that you're playing for. But for Nikos, he certainly put on a show this afternoon.
What a season it's been for Nikos. He was first team All-League last year as a junior, but missed most of the first half of league play this year with an injury. He's gotten healthy at the right time, and he's been maybe the most impactful player on the floor between the two ends combined. Fresno Christian out of the timeout, bleeding. 14-0 Priory run. Gaines to Colton. Pass up the 3. Engelman to Mason. High floater and way off target. As Nikos stepped on the line and threw it off the backboard, so Fresno Christian keeps it. Let's check in with Nikki K.
Yep. Coach John Penberthy pointing to his head in that last huddle saying right now it's all up here. Then he pointed to his heart and he said, do you have the fight in you? If you don't, I will find some guys who do. So he's expecting his team to be mentally locked in here, guys.
Great look to Gaines on the inbound pass. That looked mentally pretty clean, Allie Clifton.
I was going to say, in a team that was not mentally locked in there, the Panthers.
Snaps a 14-0 run. Gallon tees it up. stings a triple. Everything is falling for Priory. 5 out of their last 6 have gone down. Now a steal to Eggers. He's fouled and will shoot free throws.
What a third quarter for the Panthers.
17-2 run. Meanwhile, Fresno Christian has turned it over 6 times in the last 5 minutes. Quarter break cannot come fast enough for the Eagles as Eggers converts the front end. 10 points, the largest lead for either team today.
I'd also say that the Panthers heard their coach. Coach Mosley said we wanted to get to 70 or more. They had 37 at the half.
Lane violation against Priory would not have counted had it fallen. Speaking of lane violations, you see that yesterday in the North Carolina-Duke game?
I missed that one.
What would have been the tying free throw from North Carolina was negated on a lane violation. Duke went on to win.
That's how the game ended?
Eventually, Duke shot 2 more free throws, but essentially, yes.
Oh, I bet big game James Worthy was not happy. Wow.
Palatai draws the charge. Everything going right for the Panthers.
Here, Colton trying to get the shot to go, but Palatai stepping up. It's a big man decision.
Standing on business.
Standing on business. The guy Kendrick Perkins likes to say on ESPN.
Priory has gotten hot from deep. 3 for 10 in the first half, 5 for 8 on triples. They'll try another from Gallon. Heat check falls short, but Palatai playing volleyball for 2. A dozen points to lead, the largest of the game. Fresno Christian desperately needs a bucket, and Engelman can't deliver. Nikosh the rebound as he gets buried and finds Palatai through traffic. 2-on-1, shot clock off. Giroud it, tiptoes the baseline, and Eggers sees Nikosh calling for the ball. 10 seconds left in the corner. Shot clock off. Eggers pick and roll with Palatai. Takes it himself. At the buzzer, Giroud beats it. And Priory, with a dominant third quarter, goes into the final frame, up 14. The Panthers have sucked all the oxygen out of the building, outscoring Fresno Christian by 15 in the quarter. Everything is going right for the Panthers through 3 quarters. The 3-point shot started falling for Priory after a slow start from distance in the opening 16. Everything was going in the third. 5 triples by 4 different players. Allie, you combine that with Fresno Christian turning it over 9 times, and adds up to 17 points off turnover for Priory in that third quarter alone.
Yeah, Fresno Christian, 20 turnovers heading into the fourth quarter. Does not give you a great chance and opportunity when you think about that third quarter and just the turnaround when you're giving up possession.
I mean, you think back to what John Penberthy told Nicky at halftime. We just got to not turn the ball over. He must feel like that meme of Abraham Simpson screaming at clouds. Deaf ears just did not come through. But Devin gains his first points of this fourth quarter.
With all of that said, it is a clean slate. You're now going into a clean new quarter with an opportunity, given the way they do play with pace, they still have a chance.
Gallon can't get it, but Eggers puts it back with the tip.
I see you, Sprout, getting up there with all those hustle plays. That's a compliment, by the way.
He's got that gritty, grimy game to him. Makes a difference on both ends of the floor. Milwee stripped and fouled. And if that's on Xanthopoulos, then that'll be 4. It is not. It is on Eggers. It's interesting, as good as Xanthopoulos was in the first half, he sat almost the entire third quarter while Priory went on that run. Pretty impressive considering how much of an impact guy he is for them and has been all season.
I was going to say, he only makes them better, but it is also a testament to just their depth and the style in which they play. Everyone has a role, and they play it to such an elite high level. For them to do what they did there in the third with him on the bench, you're exactly right.
Quick timeout called by Priory after the first free throw by Milwee is good. Now, Fresno Christian will need a 14-point comeback from the start of the fourth quarter to claim the first state championship in any sport in school history. It is a tall task and a big ask as Priory exploded in that third quarter with 27 points, including 17 off of turnovers. As a coach, there's not much you can do to scheme around mistakes.
There's nothing in terms of schemes per se, because a lot of that has come down to, especially what we've watched, things that you can control.
What's interesting is of their 20 turnovers, 16 of them have been credited to Priory steals. So do credit the defense for that as Milwee splits the free throws and Gallen fights for the rebound. Nico, a turnover for Priory. Just the 7th giveaway by the Panthers.
Coach Mosley holding them to such a high standard, his reaction right there. As if that is not something we teach here.
Tyson Ramirez heads to the bench as Trevor Engelman comes back into the game. Fresno Christian going with their 5 starters. Just over a minute into the fourth. Zone look from Priory. Colton feeds Gaines. Jump hook. And a beauty for Gaines. He's got 19.
Slowly but surely, able to chip away. Good offense there.
Nico finds some space defended by Mason. Steps around him. Crossover and kick. Eggers. Picked up his dribble. Gallen has to pull it out. They'll reset it with 15 seconds to shoot. In low, spinning Xanthopoulos. Finds Eggers. No foul. Gets it back. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Gallen. Still loose and off of Fresno Christian.
Tough one right there as the Eagles were battling.
Right now, Priory making everything a contested rebound after they were dominated on the glass in the first half. Took a lesson from the effort of the Eagles, who led by 1 at halftime. And a jump ball. It will stay with Priory.
Utilizing as much as the clock. A smart move here by the Panthers.
Starting to see the clock as an ally, not an enemy. Xanthopoulos. Girojat from the corner. Big time shot from the junior guard.
Always just felt like in the half court, he's hit the big shot at the right time.
Runner from Milwee hits the heel. Xanthopoulos pokes it to Girojat as a foul whistled against Milwee.
Jai here, his third 3, the corner 3, just waiting for the swing action. Knocks it down with confidence.
Girojat right on his average 13 points per game. Has given them great effort in the regional playoffs. Had 15 points in the regional final win against Santa Cruz. Got to find that supplemental scoring somewhere. They've had it today as they lead by 14. Xanthopoulos twirling. Eggers elevates for the rebound in a fresh 35 seconds. Taken away by Mason. Engelman zips it out to Ramirez as Giroda knocks it out of bounds. 3 minutes gone, right back where we were at the start of the fourth. 14-point Priory lead.
That right there, when it comes to turnovers and schematic adjustments, that's a simple ball fake. To be able to complete that pass.
Fresno Christian calls a timeout with 4:54 left. Eagles led by as many as 6 in the first half. It was a competitive first half where both teams went on runs. Eagles actually knocked down a buzzer-beating three-pointer to go to halftime. But in the third quarter, Priory just dominant, capitalizing on Fresno Christian mistakes and forcing the Eagles into mistakes. There's 16 steals today as they've scored 29 total points off turnovers.
The impact in the third, 27-12. The third quarter alone. That's a clinic offensively, and a clinic defensively.
David Mosley in his 17th year. First ever appearance for the Priory Boys Panthers team in a state championship game. Trying to win Division IV here with 4:54 left. Milwee tees a wing three. Every possession will count for Fresno Christian, even if they can speed up the tempo. Eggers bobbles on the baseline and turns it over. So now if you're Fresno Christian, you don't just need stops, you have to turn those stops into buckets.
Absolutely, and with some urgency. Right on cue, Coach Mosley. Time is on your side. Key for the Panthers saying we don't have to rush in the shot clock.
Colton looking for the screen, picked up his dribble, now moves it along the Mason. Back to Colton, into Gaines, turns around. A rare miss for Gaines. Nikos leading the break. Recognizes the clock and makes his coach happy by slowing it down. Halfway through the fourth. Xanthopoulos, corner. Eggers, back out to Gallant. Xanthopoulos initiates it, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Runner off the glass.
That's how you finish a bucket.
16 points, the largest lead of the game. Colton off the heel. Eggers the rebound, and Gallen controls it. Priory just chomping into this clock. At some point, Fresno Christian's going to have to start trying to take it away. They're running out of time. Eggers over to Giroda, into the corner. Nikos. Right to Xanthopoulos, who is fouled.
Continuing to battle on the boards. Panthers able to eat some clock there. All the while they've reached that goal of 70 points. Coach asked for them. They turned that tempo up in the third quarter. 71 and counting with 3 to play.
Xanthopoulos 11 points today. Sat for much of that third quarter in foul trouble while Priory went on their massive run. 17-2 to close the third quarter. Milwee and Ramirez go to the bench as Hurdle and Engelman come back in for Fresno Christian. Xanthopoulos gets the lead to 18 as Priory, with 3 minutes left, starting to blow this game open. The Panthers can smell it. Final 3 minutes and change of the boys Division IV state championship game. Fresno Christian staring at an 18-point deficit as Priory has gotten it done on both ends of the floor. They've shot the lights out in the second half. Their big guys have contributed. And Allie, this has just been a masterclass from the Panthers.
It truly has, and it's been all by committee, which has been a lot of fun to watch. Everyone just kind of having their hand in this kind of success. And it's also been really impressive from a standpoint of you're able to play as deep and into your bench as they've been able to, and everyone has, again, had their hand in it.
After struggling and rebounding in the first half, they've dominated the boards in the second half. 5 players in double figures for Priory as Fresno Christian has to be in go time, looking at their biggest deficit if they have any prayer of maybe forcing overtime. Colton over to Milwee. Quiet game with the league MVP, just 11 points. Priory, good defense. Feeding the middle, Engelman to Gaines. Corner 3, Milwee rattles it home. Timeout, Fresno Christian. 2:36 left in regulation. 15 points, still a long way back, but if buckets start to go, you never know, Allie Clifton.
Aiden Milwee certainly has a great looking shot. Not afraid to knock down that corner 3 ball. We've seen it a couple of times there yet again. Not a lot of space, not a lot of room. He lets it fly. Great kick out there by Devin Gaines.
Milwee, 5 points in the first half. Did not have a field goal until the final second of the second quarter. He's up to 14 points. Right now, Fresno Christian still looking at a big deficit. Eagles have won 16 in a row. They haven't tasted losing since January 18th against San Joaquin Memorial. They've won 20 out of 21 since the turn of the calendar into 2025. It's been a long time since they looked at a big deficit late and had to think about making a comeback.
I was going to say, that's a lot of winning.
Get used to it, right?
Yep. It's better than getting used to the other way around.
Both are contagious in their own unique ways. Just over 2.5 minutes remaining in regulation as Fresno Christian trying to mount a comeback from down 18. But a lot of work to do as Priory hoping to just run this thing out. But they nearly give it away. Foul whistled. Josh Kubota.
Now we'll see if the Panthers can handle the pressure. A lot of contact.
Fresno Christian still a foul to give. And Eggers is going to draw it as he gets hammered by Engelman.
A little feisty over here.
That was a forearm shiver. Well, Engelman is a standout on the football team. I don't know that skill is supposed to translate to basketball, but, you know, call it toughness. Nantopoulos driving baseline, gets double teamed. And Palatai, Johnny on the spot to find the loose ball, drawing a foul.
Continue to protect the basketball, be strong with the basketball. You can feel the intensity right now, obviously, the urgency from the Eagles ramp up a bit.
It was a shooting foul anyway, but Priory now in the bonus the rest of the way.
So we start a timer on this last 2:20 in real time.
I mean, yesterday, the Division III boys final, that last 59 minutes, 59.7 seconds, was the longest minute I've ever encountered. It was entertaining. I mean,
Very
a 9-1 run is nearly was an impossible comeback. Palatai splits the free throws. He's got 15. Colton, count it.
Having said that, I get the approach. Obviously, you're playing for a state championship. Here, Colton rising up, taking the contact in the mid-range.
Colton's got 17 points. He and Gaines have been the leading scorers for Fresno Christian, combining for 36 of their 58. 5 for 5 at the stripe so far. They've chopped 5 points off the deficit. Still down 13, 2:11 to go, lots of time. Priory has done a good job taking care of the ball today, though just 9 turnovers compared to 20 for Fresno Christian. Nikos up ahead to Xanthopoulos. Tied up. Fortunate that he wasn't called for a travel. That's what John Penberthy was screaming for. It'll be a foul against Mason. And Nikos will head to the free throw line now in the bonus.
If you're the Panthers, you just step to the free throw line, knock down your free throws, play fundamentally sound defense. It's not necessary for any fouls. Not end of the field.
Nikos in his final high school basketball game has made a colossal impact for Priory. 15 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 5 steals.
The 5 steals, we talked about it, the 4 steals coming in the first half. Really where he left an imprint.
That's them both. Back to a 15-point Priory lead. Nolan kicks it to the corner for Mason. Gaines rips it away. Stripped by Gallen, and he takes it away. Noah Gallen, coast to coast. Foul against Nikos with 1:33 left.
I always love the offense-defense game, especially when you're up 17.
Gaines converts on the bank shot. 15-point lead for Priory, and another timeout called by John Penberthy at Fresno Christian. Second out of 6 games on tap today. The girls' Division II final will be coming up shortly after this one. Rancho Bernardo out of the San Diego area, and Carruthers looking to make it 2 straight state championships in different divisions. Of course, that Carruthers team with a lot on their minds after a heartbreaking situation developed in their sectional run, playing for more than just a championship this year. In this one, though, it's Priory a minute and 27 seconds away from winning the first state championship in boys program history. Fresno Christian, though, hoping to concoct anything, something in this last minute and 27 seconds.
Certainly going to look back at this one if they're unable to make the comeback at those turnovers.
That third quarter, just a catastrophe for John Penberthy's team. 9 turnovers leading directly to 17 Priory points. Just the points off turnover outscored Fresno Christian scoring total in that frame, 17-12. Nikos whips it back around to Girota. Gaines swipes it. Priory gets it back as Mosley awarded the timeout. 14 seconds come off the clock, still a minute 13 left.
I think that possession right there, what ultimately was about to be a turnover, it was a turnover, but then to not give up and get the ball back, the Panthers, they just never quit.
With the effort, the focus in the second half, mixed with the depth of scoring and the variety of threats. 5 players in double figures, no one with more than 16. And I think what's the most telling statistic is the way they inverted the rebounding battle after Fresno Christian, despite being undersized, dominated them on the glass in the first half. They took the challenge from David Mosley personally, and their effort matched Fresno Christian's first half effort and exceeded what the Eagles had to offer in the second half.
They had 2 goals, be better on the glass and get to 70. They heard their coach.
Xanthopoulos, 2 more for the junior, the sophomore I should say, as he will be back with 4 other players. Mason out to Milwee, under a minute. Now just a matter of the final score. Eggers dribbles it into the front court with 43 seconds left. The Priory students are cheering. Timeout David Mosley as they'll draw up one final situation, up by 17 points with 36.8 seconds left. For a team that went 10-14 a year ago, failing to make their own sectional playoffs, the turnaround goes 7-3 in a difficult league this year, win their final 8 games, including a section title, and in 36 seconds, they'll add a state title to that resume as well.
Plenty to be proud of. I think for any team to get to this stage is certainly an accomplishment. There are so many high school athletes that this is their goal, and they try and can never make it to this stage. It's how prestigious this stage is. But then to be able to get the job done and do it in the fashion in which they did today, but also from a season ago to where they are now, certainly plenty to celebrate.
Still in focus mode, but a couple of smiles are starting to crack through as the Panthers breaking character a little bit, understanding they're less than a minute away from achieving their ultimate goal. Folks in blue love everything they've seen since halftime. It was a 1-point lead for Fresno Christian at the break. The Priory blew the doors off of things in the third quarter and never looked back. They get some subs into the game to try and spread the wealth and offer an experience to some end of the bench folks, as Jojo Tahuko will try a 3, and he burns it. As loud of a cheer as any from the Panthers bench for sophomore 5'6" guard Joey Jojo Tahuko. Isaiah Long, a freshman, into the game for Fresno Christian. Both teams with something to cheer for at the end. Stoppage and one more timeout with 1.4 seconds left as David Mosley wants to get a couple more faces into the game. Caden Harris and Charlie Kahn set to come in.
Right there, Cooper, that just made their day. You saying their names. Coach, he was running up the sideline to get that timeout, and that's truly what it's all about. For these guys and these players to get a chance to step onto this floor.
83-66 the final as Priory rallies in the second half to pull away and claim their first ever boys basketball state championship. was a one-point game at the half, and down the stretch, the Panthers outscored Fresno Christian 46-28, erupting in the third quarter. A balanced effort, 5 players in double figures. Balosh Nikash with a signature performance on his final game in high school. He and Mate Palatai are with Nikki K.
And Coach Mosley, I might add. All right, gentlemen, when you think about the way this game played out, the 83 points, the balanced scoring, what will you remember?
Yeah, you know, we had a pretty decent first half, I think, but then what won us the game was the third quarter. We just pressed us. We just pressed them, we ran the ball. We passed the ball, of course. We took good shots. And then just the hard work pays off.
It's got to be fun to be that dominant.
Yeah. I have no words right now. I'm just so proud of my team. I'm so proud of my coaches, and that's all.
Coach, how is this Priory basketball?
This is the best team that I've ever coached. These guys went, and they've given it their all season. It's just been amazing to coach these guys and them just selling out. The coaches, the administration, everyone's been supporting us, our parents. It's just amazing. Big thank you to everybody.
And the first school championship for you guys, what does this moment mean to you?
It means a lot being at the school 17 years to finally bring them a state championship. It's a really great moment for us. It means the world.
And how many guys you got coming back? Are we going to see you here next year?
Well, we lose 2 seniors. One was injured, and then one is obviously our team captain, and everything runs through him. But we hope to be back here next year, maybe up a division or 2.
Last one. To know this is your senior legacy, how proud are you?
I'm very proud of my team. It's just great to play with these guys. They are my friends. They're my family. I'm a border student, so I'm spending all the days with them. So it's just great to play with them.
Well, now you get to go get some hardware. Congratulations, Priory basketball.
Once again, the final score in the boys Division IV final. Priory beats Fresno Christian 83-66 to claim the first state championship in program history. For our producer, Matt Graham, for Allie Clifton, for Nikki K, I'm Cooper Perkins saying thanks for watching. We hope to see you at the top of the hour. Girls Division II, Rancho Bernardo and Carruthers.